Well, in South Africa, I think the biggest need, and Namibia as well, I think, is to try and, if we're going to bring in green solutions, we have to show how those solutions are not only applicable for rich developed communities and countries, but how they actually have benefit for the actual users. So if we're putting in some sort of technology to assist a housing project, for instance, that technology has to be able to be set up so that we can show the benefit to the final end users, and it isn't just seen as a luxury that we can't afford because green is just an add-on to what we do, but actually should be seen as making the project more sustainable than if you didn't bring in that technology.
Is that approach an approach that you meet?
Not often, no. It's the approach we're trying to develop with a number of our clients. We're trying to tell them, listen, you can build your houses the way you used to build houses, or you can build in this new way. The new way is new, and it may be a little bit scary because you haven't done it before, but it's actually in the long term a more sustainable way of building that house. And it's just getting over those initial mindsets of, but we've done it like this for the last 30 years, why do we need to change?
And in which areas do you think the most need is for green solutions?
Well, I mentioned housing. I think housing is probably it's where most government expenditure is going to be in the next 10 years. So housing is a big one. Commercial industrial development. There's a lot of activity there at the moment, where a number of clients are seeing green tech or green buildings as a way to get an edge over other developers. There's certainly a big opportunity there. Yeah.
And is Namibia or South Africa competing on this arena as well as European companies?
What do you mean by competing, sorry?
I mean,
Yeah.
developing green solutions.
Yes, yeah. Yeah, no, definitely. I think just hearing what people have said today, there's certainly things that we've learnt that work for us, which may work for other countries as well. Certainly, we have the engineers and the skills in our country to develop some technology, but we obviously could learn better if we learn as a global as opposed to just a little island by ourselves. But certainly, yes, there are. A lot of technologies, dry sanitation, for instance. We've got a whole host of different types of dry sanitation types of systems that we've developed in our country and are implementing and testing out, which could be exported to other countries as well. Yeah.
So, looking ahead now for the next decade, just to summarize, what do you think will be the most important things to do?
Sure, that's quite a big question. I would say focus on where the biggest needs are. For instance, in our country, power is a big need. The next big need is going to be water, and I think in those two areas we need to focus on how we're going to start changing the way we do business and the way we do what we do, so that it will be more sustainable, and it will mean, dropping perceptions, trying out things which may be a little bit scary, but in the long run we know it's going to be better. So I think it's just start doing it and stop talking about it. I think maybe and try things out and set up pilot scale projects. If they don't work, that's fine, but let's at least start doing things differently and not just saying, okay, this is the way we've always done it, let's keep doing it that way.